Hello fellas, and welcome back to Universim. We are here back with our main game. So far we've got our reservoir, a couple huts, the main plant area and the archive, which we built last so we could save the game basically. And we have a little well which we can now actually upgrade. If you once you've unlocked certain advancements in the research tree, which is this thing. I think the one we did was this one, conditioning, yeah, water well, dig well. So basically, you'll get this tick, and that basically means you can upgrade it. So we'll press that, and that will basically require a few more materials, and it will basically get an upgrade and work better in different scenarios. That will basically make it bigger, so you can have more in it. So it'll go from 16 to 20, I believe, which should help. I've been playing offline in a different save. It's quite a lot. If I press load game, I've played quite a decent chunk in it now. I don't know if that's the amount of time I've played. I don't think it's maybe 9 hours, maybe. I don't think it's 9 hours. I think that's the time I last played, rather than I think that's the time rather than the actual amount of time. Yeah, I've played a good chunk on there. I've got a good city on the go. And it's the what's happening in here? No, nothing. That does tend to come up. I think there's a bit of a programming bug there. Did I? Yeah, I did. So I've been playing extra type things around the area, and what I've figured out is there's a it's good to make sure you have something on the go at all times. But what we're actually going to do, once we've got cooking, we're not going to get those two. We're going to get cooking, and then we're going to go straight to shamanism, and then to ancient burial, then to calendar. And then we're going to go straight to this one, and I want these watchtowers. Watchtowers here. I want these watchtowers, and I want this here reinforced shelter. They're the things I want pretty quickly. So reinforced shelter is the one I'm going to go for, like as soon as I'm going to get agriculture, material, education, reinforced shelter. The reason I'm going that way is I've worked out the quicker you can get to this side of the area. If we scroll out as much as we can, which isn't that's about it. The further along here we can get, the better. I think this is where you get the next sort of mid-age stuff. Once you've unlocked those three, you get like a new mode, creative mode. I think you do whatever you want. But you want to get as far this end as you physically can do as quickly as possible, because this is basically the survival stuff. Things like agriculture, that'll get you a nice decent farm on the go. Calendar extends this, you'll be able to get a yearly period time, future sort of temperatures and things. Unlocks this alarm when you get things like watchtowers, and you get this calendar, so we want that good. The reason why I'm going for shamanism is so we can get an ancient burial, because if someone dies and you leave it around the place, it's going to make a hell of a disease, and that will really kill the people. So we've got that on the go. Yeah, pretty much now we don't have anything that requires water. Are they upgrading that yet?
Did you know that snow isn't white? It's an illusion, a simple trick. Go ahead, take a closer look.
No, it kind of is white. Yeah, he will poke a lot of fun at you. So we've just done that, and that's basically unlocked the eatery. This is good for the sense it will basically give a place for all your nuggets to eat food. I need to that sort of well, there was a spot. Where's that spot? There we go. That basically adds a place for them to eat. These wells, what you actually want to do, you want to build a lot of these. In my current city, I've got about 4. You want to build a lot of those, because I've been basically doing some experiments. So this is why you want the reservoir, because now this is all frozen solid, so nothing in there is going to work in. That won't be pumping any water because it's all frozen. So now the only thing they've got is this. Luckily, the only thing that takes water is the well. But I think that basically just fills itself, to be honest. Yeah, it just fills itself as opposed to anything else, which is a bit unusual because you think you'd be able to use that. But once we've got this eatery on the go, this will actually consume the water. If we go to this here, Here we go. We'll have basically get around here. You should get the needs. You need 0 electricity and 6 water, and that will basically start eating up the water in our reservoir. And that's where you need a good few of these here and there. So we got that one. We've got 5,600 in storage. We're not going to use that this winter. Sorted. You want to make sure you've got pretty much something on the go, and you're always expanding something. So for now, the next thing I want to do, we're not using any water at this precise point in time, but eventually we'll want a new water pump on the go. We will need a new well, so actually what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to build a well over here. And the best thing about these, we've got upgrades for this, but it will automatically add the upgrades to it. So you won't need to add the upgrades at all. Does it increase the price? 1010. I don't think so, actually. So that's been upgraded now. So now we'll have 2 wells. They're a little bit of a distance, so if they're over here, they'll go to this one. Down here, they'll go to this one. Whoop. Why is she drinking from the lake? Oh, I know why she's drinking from the lake. Because basically that one's been upgraded and she couldn't get anywhere. So yeah. So basically, if you don't have enough wells, they will drink from the lake. Period. Go away. Apply to event. There's no event. Right. Where's that one that's been stupid and drank from the well? Where is she? Elu. I'm on it. Right. Where's this Elu? Elu, where are you? Where are you? There she is. That's her. Basically, you need to go. You need to use your rejuvenation powers. And basically, I've learned a bit extra as well. We'll kill her.
I'm glad to see you taking such good care of your subjects.
Yep, I did do that. Basically, I've worked out what these are. Basically, this one, this number here, the 10. That's basically how much it costs to use the power you're going to use. So you'll go to kickstart. It'll basically kick someone into gear. I don't know whether it works properly or not, I will admit, because I tried it on once and it did nothing. Whether they were already doing something or not, I don't know. Rejuvenate, heals things, costs you 10. Things like that. So let's go back to the teleportation. Yeah, the telekinesis. No, that's not that one. It's that one. And that's basically how much it costs. This is how many people believe in you. I'm supposing the more that believe in you, the quicker this rises. And this is about score. Basically, the higher this is, the more you can use. It'll cost 5 for everyone you use. Basically, and that's how it works. We're making another hut. No, you're making a temple for me. I don't see the point of that temple, to be honest, because literally you get nothing from it. It's just literally there taking up space as far as I'm concerned. Because nothing happens to it. Whether they'll put something in eventually, but at this precise point in time, that's literally there to just to take up space. That's all I can see it doing. Really, what I might want to do. We've got a well there. Eventually, I want a well a bit closer to the lake, I think. This one's pretty close to the lake. It's a bit pretty. Oh, which one's more rubble? This one. Right, okay. So we can use that rejuvenate. I'm not a fan of using. What I recommend is use the least amount of stuff. Use the least amount of points you physically can do.
I can't say I'm a fan of nugget delicacy.
But you wanna store as much as you can.
Keep everyone relatively alive.
You want to store your points because they'll come a lot more handy later on.
Interesting beverages, though.
Engineers, this is something we'll want.
Apologies.
Right, this you want relatively central, which is good about there. However, we are more likely to build this way, but it's a bit tricky to fit it in everything. But you want to fill everything, so I'm going to put it here because it fills all this shoreline, which is definitely what we want. So we'll put it, send it backwards, just so it fills everything now. But no, there. That fills this area. I think the problem with these is they're a little underpowered. They need to get like buffs for them a little quicker. This one you need nuggets for. This is where you start giving people jobs. This is where it becomes a lot like banished, basically. And we'll have to assign somebody with specific sort of things. Eventually, you'll get different traits, and you'll get things like workaholics, but you don't tend to get them until you start with the education kind of thing. But we want somebody, I reckon, probably relatively young, so we'll get this one. So she'll basically work there, and she'll cook food for people and for all of the other nuggets and things. And if they have like the drink there, they'll get better. They'll have better values than they would from the wells. I'm gonna run this on fast now, so it's a bit quicker. We can get things going. So we've got a temple that I literally could not see making a really difference at this precise point in time. I don't know. It's to me that does nothing. I wouldn't mind if eventually it did something, but at the moment it's just core. It just adds. It just takes up space. So yeah, it's nice. Like yay, they're all happy and existing. But yeah, but it's. I don't see the point of it, to be honest. It's of no value. We are using up the water now. Was that now? I thought I saw extra bits. No, so that's basically. This is eating up 6. Is it a minute or something? I don't know. It's using it 6. I'm not sure if that's per minute or what. It's stored. It's just usage, production. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain, I will admit. But this button here, this is an alarm you'll get later down the line. We're staying with the shamanism next, which isn't too bad. What we want now, let's see, we have available another water pump. We don't need another water pump yet. E2 we were fine, and we've got another well, so for now we are okay. I think. So we're pretty much just gonna power through stuff until we can start like properly get some other stuff on the go. This one unlocks doctors, doesn't it? Yeah, witch doctor. So we can get a doctor going on the go after this. We've got a well. See, like this one now, it's already had the extra things added to it, all the upgrades and stuff. That's nice and handy. Right. So this one has a higher fill rate than this one, and that's basically because it's closer to the water. That's the only reason why that. See that basically how quickly. I think that's a day. I think it doesn't really explain much. It just says the refill rate. I don't know whether that's per day or per minute or something like that. I'm assuming it's per day, but I couldn't tell you. Right, we've got shamanism, so we can get that doctors on the go, which is exactly what we're doing now. Now, good place for doctors. Well, this is going to do around this sort of area, so I might put the doctors around here. So we put the doctors behind here. There. There. And we'll put the, if we can fit it, we might just be able to fit it here. If not, we'll put it this side. And I'm pretty sure that gets that, yeah, easily. Easily fits that. Which is why I wanted the other one here. I'm pretty sure we were to fit that there. So there on the go, they're cracking up to the stuff. So that's gonna take quite a lot of water if I remember correctly. Let's have a quick peek. Yeah, 6 again. So we're taking up 12 now. So that's over half. Once that's done, that's over half of our production. So we might want to. In fact, I will do actually. We're gonna get another one of these on the go. Can I get it somewhere? Oh, that would take out that house. Don't want to take out the house. Oh, the reservoir's just in the way. Oh, we'll do it there. See, that's the only other thing. I wish like you could move some stuff. But it's you can't, unfortunately. You have to take it down and rebuild it. It's a bit annoying. So planning does help quite a bit. But we're going to get doctors on the go. Prioritise that for now. If you really want, you can help by picking up trees. I have worked out how to do that properly now. It was a bit difficult to begin with, but I've worked it out. It's all well and good. Yeah, but I'm storing these up as much as you can because it will help in the future a lot. Oh, what's happening here? Oh yes, we need to have a person in engineering. So let's get for a young person. Labourer. Fair enough. Yeah, we'll have a. You are now the engineer. Eventually, you'll get all these different traits. We'll get if I go on to let's do it this way. It might be easier. See, we'll have different traits. Workaholic. You've got all these traits here. These don't tend to come in effect until you have the school, I believe. I didn't see any until the school came along, when you get different aspects of other stuff as well. Things got workaholic, they'll work harder. Weak means they're not very good for things like fighting and stuff, so it's not ideal to put them as a hunter or anything. Sure-footed, they're alright for things like hunters, but they are more likely to go like attack the bigger thing and more likely to die, I suppose. The more risk taking. Nibbler, they're a bit greedy, so they'll eat more food. Slazy, they'll sleep a lot longer. Immune, I'm assuming that's things like disease and stuff. Hermit, I'm supposing they'll sort of...
Things are beginning to look green and happy again.
Swing again.
Let's take a moment to appreciate it before you do something wrong.
Jeez, thanks. Here, yeah, he just tend to poke a bit of fun at you, I will admit. Hermit, I think they like to live on their own a bit more, so they'll probably maybe have smaller families, or tend to hang in their own area a lot more. And then you have Gourmand, but basically they're better at cooking. They're good people to hire for the eatery, but at the moment there's nothing at the moment, so we don't know. But we've got witch doctors on the go. That's nearly there. It's about one more tree, I think. Trees tend to get about 3 or 4 points depending on the kind of type of tree you've got. But we are producing 20. We're not taking it all up yet, so we are still filling up this reservoir. Doing empty, brilliant. That's exactly what we want. Eventually, after 30 degrees, this will start to evaporate, and you will lose some. You do tend to get that in the summer. As it will say here, yeah, you'll freeze it, and it will probably... I think when it freezes, it sort of takes a bit more to drain. It takes a bit more struggle, I think. And when it's water evaporates, obviously you're losing some anyway. So there's like a quick go. Oh yeah, so basically, if it's frozen, you can't use it, which is a bit of a problem. But you get things to counteract that, preferably by then. Right, epicenter we have now the cemetery. I believe we'll fit this here. It's a very big one, but it is sort of a thing to think. Yes, it fits exactly what I was hoping for. Right there. Perfect. And that's now in the range of this as well. Yeah, it's nicely in the range of that. Exactly what I wanted. Witch Doctor's now ready, so we can get a nice young person on that. The reason why I'm using the young people is because they'll last longer. That's why. It won't require me taking them in and out. What's happening here? Doing nothing. What's happening here? No food. Right, so we need to get some more food on the go. They'll just grab berries and things. Is that what she's doing now? Nope. Yeah, basically they're out of food, so they need more food. I can't really suggest how to change that. Whether they're basically the only thing they can do at the moment is go and grab like herbs from things like trees like this. Oh, I keep pressing the escape button. I'm used to like with City Skylines, nothing in the event. I'm used to like City Skylines to escape out of all the menus first, but when you're like in some of these menus, it didn't always. I mean, you click too much. Oh, what we have here. I'm beginning to help. Our family is in complete shambles. Our little baby boy, Lanko, or Lanako, is playing outside just a minute ago. Usually denying him, but I got distracted by our neighbour's lizard barking for the 5th time today. Okay then, lizards bark. I keep telling them to put it in another yard. When I look back, hashtag lost and dug it. Hashtags are a thing in the prehistoric area, apparently. Although I think it looks like there might be an extra space there. I don't know. Basically, I say she's lost a little baby nugget, and we're gonna find him. Now then, this you have 5 minutes to find him. It's not as easy as you think, as the kids wander off miles. Like, I mean, miles. The best thing for you to do is look around for a pair of some wolves. You tend to find about 3 or 4 wolves surrounding it. But it could be miles out. Oh. Here we go. Told you. He's got a good few distance. So now we need to get the teleport one. Telekinesis, which is here. And then let's pick up this nugget. Not shift. I found him. Control. Click.
Can someone please get that nugget a fresh pair of underwear?
I doubt it. They don't wear underwear. As you just pick him up, swing him around a little. Whee! Give him a little roller coaster ride. But when you're dropping him, don't drop him from here. You absolutely splatter him. Make sure you're really close, and then drop him. You throw him from high, it will just fall to the ground and just die instantly. So don't do that. So now we've got this. That will basically add to our believers count, although it's a lot higher than what it is normally. I'm used to only having a. So basically, the only one that isn't is that kid that we haven't done yet. I'm actually surprised we've got all of them on this, because normally I've only got about half at this point in time. So I'm surprised at that. Oh, we've got 2 more huts on the go. Yep, 2 more huts. What on earth? Oh, it's just a cart with supplies and things. Fair enough. I wonder what that was. So yeah, we are getting on. We're getting there slowly. We've got the hospital on the go. You can rename everything. Everything you want to rename. You can name a specific hospital if you want. Calendar's now done. Oh, am I out? I'm out. Put that agriculture, material education, reinforced shelter, and then once we've done that, the next best thing, probably. So we need to get the material requirement, which is the next thing on the go. But once we've researched that, then we can do that. We can't do it until that. Other things, water-lined reservoirs. That will essentially keep them sort of stop them from me. What was it? Let's look at basically, I think it makes me. It keeps them up longer, so they don't fall down as easily. Pulley system maybe. Well capacity. There's a few things you could do. We'll have the farm to help with the food. I think food's probably your biggest worry. Hunger needs reduced or cooking speed better. That's a good one to have. Fishing, that's one we need actually. Fishing, we'll get a lot of fish on the go. We'll need that. In fact, we'll need it so well. Go away, save loading. What I might do, this one. Can I move them along? No, I cannot. I can't. Right, you have to. So let's go back onto this. Let us take off these for now. That'll be 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We'll want fishing a bit sort of now kind of time. Probably should have done that a tad earlier. Fishing's a good way to get some food in for you people. Normally I would already have it with this. I completely forgot about getting fishing. But yeah, fishing's a good one for us. And the next thing we've got, forecast tower. So this will basically give us a nice sort of this will basically give us our yearly plan, and he's basically a weatherman as well. So really, I'm going to try and lift it up a bit so we've got some space for another reservoir, another water pump in case we need it. So we're using 15 at the moment, and we're taking 40. That, for some reason, takes water, I believe. I don't know how. Somehow it takes water. 5. I don't understand that because I don't know. But yeah, that will basically get our calendar, and you'll see when we expand this. At the moment, though, I think what we're going to do is we'll leave it here for now, because I think we've got. I think we're pretty much done with the time for now. But we've got a nice bit of expansion. Soon we'll want another reservoir, maybe. So this is the problem now. It's starting to expand. So we're actually, if we're getting about average, we'll start. It's actually evaporate. But because we're massively overdue in it, it's no worry. You want to always make sure you're filling that. Make sure
the summer sun is excellent for slow roasting a few nuggets.
Yeah. Yeah, we are doing I think we're doing well. We've got 9 nuggets in total now, 3 little baby nuggets. And once we've got this, we'll have we'll have a graveyard on the go. So if someone dies, they can bury it and won't cause a hell of a lot of disease around the place. Because I think disease is probably one of the biggest killers of your nuggets. It can really cripple you. So you want to make sure you're burying your people. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you like this episode. Subscribe to see some more. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.